Hello children, welcome back to chemistry class. I am Santosh sir. I came with new topic, that is haloform reaction or iodoform reaction. So what are the haloform reaction and iodoform? When it said to be iodoform reaction, when it's said to be iodoform reaction. So let us discuss and what are the criteria for haloform reaction. Which compound will show haloform reaction? These points we will discuss in this topic. So let us see what is the criteria of haloform reaction. So this haloform reaction is mostly shown by the carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compound, but a special type of carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compound in which the carbonyl carbon is linked to alkyl group, that may be methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, etc. So we can write like this here, like this. Okay. So the carbonyl compound in which methyl group is linked to the carbonyl carbon, show haloform reaction. And in haloform reaction, they react with sodium hypohalide NaOX. They react with NaOX. In this, they form the product. Here, if we are taking that compound and this compound, so we get what we get? We get the compound like this. One of them is oxidized and other one form this and HX. Okay students, so you might have understood which type of compound gives haloform reaction or iodoform test. The carbonyl compound in which alkyl group is directly bonded to carbonyl carbon. So in place of this we can write what? CH3. It is more better to write CH3. CH3. So one point you remember, formaldehyde will not show the iodoform test or iodoform reaction, because in formaldehyde, if we write formaldehyde formula, this is the formaldehyde, so there is no alkyl group this side or that side. So it will not show the iodoform reaction. Okay. So when carbonyl compound in which alkyl group is directly bonded to carbonyl carbon undergoes haloform reaction. And what is haloform reaction? When carbonyl compound in which alkyl group is bonded to the carbonyl carbon react with sodium hypohalide and it oxidizes. It oxidizes to acid. Haloform and hydroxyl halide we can say. Students, this acid means salt of sodium acid. So this acid has one carbon less than the parent aldehyde and ketone. Here how many carbons aldehyde, that is 2 carbons are there. We get 1 carbon acid. Salt acid of sodium we got. Means we got one salt of sodium of 1 carbon. Okay. And one more point to see here, aldehyde or ketone, whatever we are taking. Salt acid will have 1 carbon less than the parent aldehyde and ketone. So how many carbons are this side? You see 2 carbon are 1, 2. But there how many carbons are? Only 1 carbon. So you have to remember this. In haloform reaction, 1 carbon is being reduced. 1 carbon is being reduced of carbonyl compound. Okay, and this is called haloform reaction due to form of CH3 X CHX3, and if we write this is chloroform, so that is called haloform. Okay, so this method is also used for preparation of chloroform. Here, that is haloform reaction. If I write this same product, we will get one salt acid, one sodium salt we will get. Okay, so what is sodium salt? One alkyl group will be forming the haloform. So here if I took this, it is more better to take this acetone. Okay, then we have to show this. Okay, so one alkyl will form what? One alkyl will form the haloform. What will be right? CHX3. Okay, add this. Like this we can write. It will break like this. It will break like this. This goes to here and this goes to there. So what it will form? CH3 CONA. CONA. Okay, this is haloform reaction and HX. So what you have seen here, you seen that when carbonyl compound having methyl group which is bonded to carbonyl carbon are made to react with sodium hypohalite gives sodium salt, haloform and HX. So that reaction is called haloform reaction. Okay, this reaction can be used to differentiate formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. So this is very important. This is very important reaction. This reaction can be used to differentiate formaldehyde and acetaldehyde, because what is the criteria for this? What is the necessary condition for this? Necessary condition is that the carbonyl carbon must be bonded to alkyl group, that is methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, whatever is that. But that at least one methyl group must be there. So this type of compound shows the haloform reaction. Next is what is iodoform reaction? So there is no difference in haloform and iodoform. Iodoform is little different. How it is different? So if instead of that I am taking here sodium hypohalite, sodium hypoiodide, sodium hypoiodide, if I am taking, so here what we will get I3 and HI, and this reaction is known as iodoform reaction or iodoform test. So students, please remember it. Instead of X we can take fluoride, bromide, iodide. So if instead of this we are taking NaOX, instead of NaOX, sodium hypohalite, so I taken sodium hypoiodide. So this reaction is known as iodoform reaction. So what we have discussed here, we discussed that carbonyl compound in which at least one methyl group is bonded to the carbonyl carbon give haloform reaction or iodoform reaction. And what is iodoform reaction? The carbonyl compound in which one methyl group is bonded to carbonyl carbon are made to react sodium hypohalite gives salt of sodium and iodoform and hydrogen iodide. So this reaction is called iodoform reaction. If instead of that we are taking X, so that will be haloform reaction, students. So it is very important topic, and sometimes some note also being asked. Means on this topic sometimes notes is being asked also in board. So students, our next topic is reaction due to alpha hydroxyl. Let us see what are alpha hydroxyl and what type of reaction are being shown by aldehyde and ketones due to alpha hydroxyl. We can say aldehyde and ketones show number of reaction due to alpha hydroxyl. So what are alpha hydroxyl? I have already told, but here we will clear what is alpha hydroxyl. This is carbonyl group. Okay. So in this is CH3, that is CH3. So first carbon is alpha carbon. First carbon is alpha carbon, and hydrogen that is bonded to this carbon is called alpha hydroxyl. If I wrote this, so here we can write like this also. So this is alpha and this is beta. That is alpha and that is beta. Means carbonyl carbon to which alkyl group is bonded and containing hydroxyl is called alpha hydroxyl. Means this carbon is called alpha carbon and the hydrogen bonded to this carbon or linked to this carbon is called alpha hydroxyl. So aldehyde and ketones shows number of reaction due to alpha hydroxyl. So what is the reason? Why do they show the number of reaction? In this, if we see that in aldehyde and ketones, okay, we can write like this. It is more better to understand, okay, students. So let us see what is the reason. Okay, here carbonyl carbon, you might be knowing carbon and oxygen. It is polar in nature. It is carbonyl group is polar in nature. So positive charge developed here and negative charge there. Okay. So due to development of positive charge, electronegativity of this one increases so much. If electronegativity of this one increasing so much, so the carbon nearby this will be attracted. Means this will attract the shared paired electrons of carbon. If this attract the shared paired electron of carbon, so this carbon will attract shared paired electron whoever is near to this. So what happened due to this? Okay, due to this charge, electronegativity of carbonyl carbon increases so much, so it attracts the electron towards this carbon. And when it attracts the carbon, here delta positive charge generated, delta positive charge developed, and in this carbon attract the electron of a hydrogen. Carbon attract the electron of hydrogen. It means this electron shifted to that side. That side means bond between carbon and hydrogen becomes weaker, and due to this positive charge, it attract the electron. So it is released as H plus. It is released as H plus, and you might have studied that any compound that release H plus is known as acid. So due to this aldehyde and ketones show acidic nature. So let us write. So we see that due to carbonyl group, alpha hydroxyl is acidic. So what is the reason? The acidity of alpha hydroxyl of carbonyl carbon. Alpha hydroxyl of carbonyl carbon is due to strong electron withdrawing effect. Due to a strong electron withdrawing effect of carbonyl group and resonance stabilization of conjugate base. So here maybe some confusion was about conjugate acid base. So conjugate acid base, I will clear here. If it loses one proton or H plus, whatever we can say. So conjugate of this one will be like this. We can show. So we can show like this. Okay. Here. Here. Okay. And here negative charge. And released H plus. So that is conjugate base of this acid. So what difference is there? Only one proton difference. Conjugate acid and bases are differ only and only in one proton. So that is conjugate base of this. Okay. And when it loses one proton, it forms ion. That is conjugate base. Okay. So in 10th class you have already studied what is conjugate acid and bases. I will not clear here. That much was needed, so I told you. Okay. Let us move to our point. So here a resonance stabilization of conjugate base. That I have written here. There I have shown hydrogen also, but here I have not shown hydrogen. Is only this much I wrote. Like this I wrote. Like this I wrote. Okay. So what happened? How does it happen? You may see, I have already told, due to effect of this bond will be shifted that side. Means this will attract the electron. So it will be as H plus. It will be as H plus, and if shifted that side, so electron will be shown, and we can show negative charge like that we can show. And this proton will be offset by base. Understood? And so if that is shifted, so there will be negative charge and same structure we will get. Okay. Now, due to development of charge, it will not be stable here. It will circulate. It will delocalize to whole carbon wherever it is possible. So what happened? In next step, this will shift to that side, and that double bond will change into single bond. So there will be negative charge, and here double bond will be formed. So due to resonance stabilization, it is more stable. Due to resonance stabilization, it is more stable, so that aldehyde and ketones show acidic nature. After losing proton, if base is stabilizing by resonance, so that is more stable than the acid. That will be more stable than the acid. Means if conjugate base is resonance stabilized, so that is more stable than the acid. So that these aldehyde and ketones lose one electron, and their conjugate base is stabilized by resonance. Because of that, they show acidic nature. So our next topic is dependent on this only, that is aldol condensation. Very important topic, students. This is our last topic of the aldehyde and ketone. So aldehyde and ketones also show electrophilic substitution, but aromatic aldehyde and ketones, not aliphatic aldehyde and ketones, aromatic aldehyde and ketones, in which carbonyl group act as deactivating or meta-directing group, shows the substitution reaction in benzene ring. Means aromatic aldehyde and ketones in which carbonyl group act as deactivating group or meta-directing group, shows electrophilic substitution in benzene ring. Let us take the example like this. I have taken acetophenone. Acetophenone, when it react with HNO3 and H2SO4 at temperature 273 to 283 Kelvin, it form meta-nitroacetophenone. When aldehyde means benzaldehyde we are taking, and it is reacting with HNO3 and H2SO4 at 273 to 283 Kelvin, it gives the meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. Meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. benzaldehyde. Beta nitro benzaldehyde. So these are the product. Means aldehyde and ketones both show the electrophilic substitution in which carbonyl group act as meta directing group. So electrophilic substitution in benzene ring.